Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a first impressions for you on a Lionsteel knife. As you can see by the fact that it's plastered all over this box. I have been wanting to get my hands on one of these, and so I was fortunate to touch base with Justin over at White Mountain Knives, asked him if he had one, and he did, so I was able to get it. Really excited about this knife. So I have opened it up. Let's give you guys a quick look here. This is not going to be a super long video. There are some points that I'm already kind of aware of that I'll still save for the longer review discussion. Let me pop this guy out of the sheath so you can get a better look at it. There we go. We have the Lionsteel M4 M390 steel G10 handle. Really impressive little knife here. By the way, I don't know if Justin still has some in stock. It seems like every time I mention a knife in a video, they're gone, but you can go over there. He's got others. He's definitely got some Lionsteel fixed blades in stock. I'm quite confident about that, and you can save yourself 10% using my discount code. So please do that. It definitely helps out the channel. And I've got to say, guys, this is a knife that I have wanted to check out for quite a while. And just, you know how it goes, guys. I'm sure all of you have knives that you kind of want and you've been wanting, but you just never pull the trigger on. You never kind of, get that right opportunity. And so that's kind of where this knife lands. And I feel now, having finally picked one up and been able to check it out a little bit, a little remiss in waiting as long as I did, because I feel like I've kind of been missing out on a really nice knife here. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'll share you some initial thoughts. By the way, I will just say, in terms of packaging, the plastic was over the knife here. I took that off and I did wipe off there was sort of a packing oil on here, and I wiped that off because I wanted it to look a little nicer on camera for you guys. So G10 handle here, they are available in Cocobolo. For me, I don't know, I just like the look of the G10 a little bit more. I really can't tell you, how they compare in terms of grip, but for me, the G10 feels fantastic, and I just suspect it feels a little more tactile than the Cocobolo, but I could be totally wrong on that. I don't have them to compare, but I definitely knew that I wanted the G10. Full tang knife here, very nicely done, M390 steel, beautiful crown spine, high flat grind, nice and thin behind the edge. We've got a little finger guard here and a sharpening choil. The tang is extended, so you can do, some impact type of stuff here. So and I guess we should mention that it's attached with Torx hardware there. So that's a quick rundown of the materials and construction. Let's take a quick look at the sheath before I start giving you all the specs. Look at this sheath, handmade in Italy. Beautiful work. I guess the only place the stitching is a little rough there on the back of the belt loop. But what a beautiful sheath, really nice. And in fact, the knife goes in and out quite nicely. It's very satisfying. Got a little snap there for retention. And the other thing I've got to say about this sheath is look how high it's going to carry. I did a quick test of this. Now, it just so happens I'm actually wearing my shirt tucked in today, so it wouldn't work, but I did want to see where it would kind of land. And I've got to say, if you're wearing, either right now it's winter, but even if it's summer and you're just wearing a shirt untucked, this is going to be very not noticeable, which makes this actually quite good as an EDC fixed blade if you wanted to go that route. And in fact, along those lines, I think the leather would help a little because it's not so scary and tactical, right? Okay, so let me now give you the specs here. I'll keep the sheath in because it matters how big it is with the sheath. So 8 3/4 inches overall. That's in the sheath in case you wanted to shove that in a pocket or something like that. Out of the sheath, it's 8 1/8 inches overall. All right, we've got a 3 5/8 inch blade, 4 3/8, I'm sorry, inch handle, 4 3/4 of grip area. The only thing that I would say as a first impression that was not totally stellar, everything else, I've got to say, guys, I've been very impressed with, and I'm super excited about this knife. Just the fit and finish is fantastic. The design is absolutely beautiful, as Moletta's designs usually are. The sheath is really attractive, really looks high-end, and just honestly, kind of makes me disappointed in some of the other leather sheaths that I've gotten, especially for the price point. I think these guys are around 160 bucks or something like that. And honestly, I've gotten knives around that price point and even much higher with sheaths that were not nearly this nicely finished. So that's a little off-putting to have something out of box this well finished. All right, now let me give you my overall thoughts on the knife, or I guess my initial thoughts on the knife are, first of all, oh yeah, one little complaint I had. This knife is not crazy hair popping sharp. It's sharp. Let's see if I can shave a little hair for you. It will shave hair, okay, but I've got to be really, really careful to get it to shave hair. I would like to see it a little sharper than that. And in a minute when I'm done this video, I will touch it up and get it to the way that I like it. I've heard some people say they reprofiled their M4. I'm going to give it a little chance first, especially, you know, I like to make sure that for a review, I don't reprofile before I do a bit of cutting to make sure I get a good handle on it. If I do some cutting and I feel like it's just not quite where I want it, then I may go ahead and reprofile this knife, and I'll let you know about that when we get to the full review. So what are my initial thoughts? You know, look, really, really fantastic knife. Quite a reasonable price for the fit and finish and the level of quality. You know, this is as nice as all kinds of really more expensive knives. You know, I would put this up against a lot of Bark Rivers, and I think it would stack up very well. And it's quite a bit cheaper. It really is. Honestly, the biggest first impression that I have is I regret not owning one of these way sooner. I don't know what I was thinking not having this knife. You know, at least having, you know, bought one and used it for review. Maybe in a month's time, I won't be as excited about this, and I'll be happy to sell it to one of you guys who's watching. But even if that's the case, I feel like this is a popular enough knife, it's a well-known enough knife, and it's a well-finished enough and priced enough knife that I should have had one and been able to review it and share my conclusions with you guys way before this point. So I really feel like I've been missing out on this knife, and it's been around for a while. I don't think it wasn't M390 initially. It's been in a few different steels. Now they're available in M390. By the way, go over to White Mountain Knives, talk to Justin, see if he's got some in stock on this or any other Lionsteel that he's got over there. You can save yourself 10% using my discount code SHARPSTUFF. So yeah, beautiful knife, functional knife, really impressive design here. What's not to like, guys? I really am feeling like I kind of missed the boat not having one of these before now. Thanks for watching. Look for my full review. The full review I like to do, especially a knife like this, is sort of a bushcrafting knife. So the full review will happen outside. I'll probably make a campfire or something like that and hang out a little bit and give you guys a full discussion. So look forward to that. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to use my discount code over at White Mountain Knives. Again, thanks. We'll talk to you soon.